Hello, everyone. I'm John White. Welcome to Dan Management. We are, in fact, the Dan Department of Management and Organizational Studies, but honestly, you can just call us Dan Management. I'm here today with Maria Ferraro.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, Dan Management is one of 9 departments within the Faculty of Social Science. We're actually the largest department in social science.
While we're in social science, our degree is a little bit different. It's a Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies, not a Bachelor of Arts. So it does actually say management on it.
Thank you, John. That's a great point. Now, many people will wonder why Dan Management exists within the social science department. Well, our philosophy is that students are best equipped to be successful in their career choice when they have both a strong combination of good business studies as well as social sciences. Social science is the study of humans and their relationships with others, and that is what management is. It's dealing with other people. So our aim is hopefully to provide the skills to achieve that success.
I think too, when we speak to business leaders and what they want from our students, they want those foundational skills in management education, but they want something broader. They want this ability, to if we were to list it out, they're looking for critical thinking. They're looking for flexibility and problem solving. It's not just that you know this technical thing, you know how to apply it and when to apply it, quite frankly.
That's true, John. And what we've done is taken that knowledge that was given by the business leaders, is what they're looking for in our students, and we've incorporated that within our curriculum. So all of our courses, not only do they focus on those business disciplines, because of course they are very important, but there's a lot of emphasis as well on things like problem solving and critical thinking, as well as teamwork and communication, both written and oral. And one thing that's very important, especially in this day and age, is that learning never ends. Lifelong learning is something that we all have to, embrace to be successful in our careers. So we really focus on our students learning how to learn and being adaptable.
So this is sort of our segue to say, look, not only are we adaptable and have all this choice within social science, within the university itself, but even within Dan management, we've actually designed it in a way that we have multiple streams. So depending on your passion, you don't have to know your passion until second year. First year is a bit general, but we have 6 different ways you can kind of go with this.
Now, what we like to do is have part of other of our great faculty be involved in this presentation. So I'm actually going to introduce Stacy, one of our fantastic faculty in accounting, to talk a little bit more about our accounting module.
What do Sheila Fraser, former Auditor General of Canada, Joe Mimran, fashion designer and entrepreneur, best known for launching Club Monaco and Joe Fresh brands, and Sergio Marchioni, CEO of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles have in common? They are all chartered professional accountants. The accounting stream in the Dan Department of Management and Organizational Studies is accredited by the Chartered Professional Accountants of Ontario, providing our graduates with the opportunity to pursue a CPA designation in addition to a vast array of careers in the field of accounting. Our graduates are business leaders, strategic thinkers, trusted advisors, entrepreneurs, and financial experts. A CPA designation provides you with a toolkit of skills and knowledge that are in high demand by top organizations across every sector and is your passport to work anywhere around the world. At Dan Management and Organizational Studies, our top-rated faculty bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to the classroom in both public practice and industry, and teach you the CPA way, a methodical approach for addressing professional problems. We have strong connections with the world's top public accounting firms, Deloitte, KPMG, EY, and PwC, as well as industry leaders, such as Manulife, Celestica, and Honda Canada. As an accounting student, you'll be involved in various campus recruiting events and networking sessions with employers all across Canada, and have the opportunity to join CP Ontario's post-secondary ambassador program. You will be exposed to a wide range of courses. Management accounting, what does it cost? This question is asked in every organization. Learn how to make critical decisions to create value, safeguard a company's assets, and plan for business sustainability. Taxation, learn how individuals and corporations pay income tax, as well as tax saving and tax planning strategies. Ever look at a company's annual report and wonder what goes into preparing the financial statements? Learn all about it in our financial accounting courses. Auditing. Learn what is the role of the auditor in checking a company's financial statements and other services an auditor can provide, like PwC's role as the official ballot accountants of the Juno Awards, or the forensic accountant investigating corporate fraud. Our accounting stream provides a strong foundation to various master's degree programs and graduate programs, including the Graduate Diploma in Accounting offered right here in Dan Management. The Graduate Diploma in Accounting is an incredible opportunity to fast track your career as a CPA. The 3-month intensive program, also accredited by CPA Ontario, leverages the academic reputation of Western University with the industry expertise of our outstanding faculty. Our mission is to prepare our graduates with the tools they need for their career as a CPA. Strong technical skills, teamwork, leadership, and most importantly, the professional judgment to shape them to become the industry leaders of tomorrow. Through the program, you will have face-to-face interaction with our outstanding faculty and benefit from our small class sizes. You will receive mentorship from past graduates and feedback from a panel of experienced CPAs at our annual CASE competition, the highlight of our program. After graduation, we follow you on your journey to CPA Canada's Common Final Exam, where we celebrate in your success. Kickstart your career as a future business professional with the Dan Management and Organizational Studies accounting stream.
Thanks very much, Stacy. We're just doing these in alphabetical order. So let me talk to you about consumer behavior, which is a little bit near and dear to my heart. This is not just marketing, but it's the study of, why consumers do what they do. So we take that initial marketing, the basics, those 4 Ps, the strategy piece, and then we dive a little bit deeper. So let me introduce you to Scott, one of our fabulous marketing professors.
In the consumer behavior stream, we incorporate evidence-based learning through leading academic research and industry experience to study what, when, where, and importantly, why consumers buy. We cover the marketing basics, segmentation, targeting, positioning, the 4 Ps, it's all here. But you can get that with any marketing degree. Here's where a Dan Management consumer behavior specialization is different. Not only will you learn the marketing ropes, we take you into a deep dive into the mind of consumers to understand why these strategies are effective. We ground you in the consumer behavior fundamentals, which you will then apply to developing an advanced marketing research skill set to enable you to understand how your target market thinks, behaves, and their underlying motivation. We show you how to apply this understanding to develop effective marketing communications tactics backed by consumer-level data. We teach you brand strategy stripped down as far as the individual brand associations that exist deep within the minds of consumers. So why a consumer behavior specialization? Because you don't just want to learn the basic marketing strategies. You want to understand why these strategies are effective, and you want to learn how to design, innovate, and implement them for yourself. We hope to see you in the Dan Management consumer behavior stream.
Thank you, Scott. Now I'd like to introduce Shabazz, who's going to talk a little bit about finance, which is a critical skill for anybody to have a basic understanding. As for any organization, understanding where the money is coming from and where it's going is going to be critical. So Shabazz?
Hi, welcome to Dan Management. My name is Shabazz Sheikh and I teach finance here. Well, when I was a high school student, I took economics and finance and immediately fell in love with this subject. I was especially intrigued by the concept of the corporations and the financial markets and the economy as a whole. So my love for this subject actually took me to International Business School at Brandeis University in Boston, where I studied for master's and a PhD degree in international economics and finance, and taught at Boston for a couple of years before I moved to Dan Management here at Western University. You must be wondering, what is finance? So in simple words, when you come here, you will be learning about organizations, both small and big, for-profit and non-profit organizations. And you will be studying about financial markets like stocks, bonds, and how do they work and how we evaluate the instruments used on the financial market. You will also learn about the relationship of the economy as a whole with the financial markets and the corporation. So we will teach you courses which enable you to understand all these concepts so that you are ready to go into the market and find a job what you love. What kind of jobs our students find? Well, most of our students, they end up in financial or non-financial organizations like banks and insurance companies. Some of them also find a job in the finance departments of manufacturing companies and also in non-profit organizations. Some of them choose to continue and they finish a master's or a PhD degree by going to other institutions too. This isn't comprehensive what is finance, and I hope you choose to go to finance here. If you do, I'm around. If you want to know more about finance, send me an email and I'll be happy to give you some more information. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Shabazz. Pretty engaging a finance prof on our end. But let me tell you about another thing that's, I think equally important, perhaps more important, and that's the management of people. I mean, that's everything, isn't it? I mean, that's an organization's people. So on that topic, we actually have a stream specifically for human resource management. So let me turn it over to Johanna.
My name is Johanna Westar, and I'm an associate professor of human resource management in the Dan Department of Management and Organizational Studies here at Western. And I want to convince you to come join us. If you're a good listener and a tactical problem solver, if you want to work with complex and often delicate interpersonal situations, if you want to work in a rapidly changing environment where you might play a role in setting up the rules, then HR might be the job for you. People are at the heart of every business, at the center of every product made or service delivered. In the human resource management stream, we focus on how people are brought together into organizations and how they work together effectively and equitably. The discipline of HR is rooted in principles from social psychology and sociology, because we ultimately want to figure out why people in organizations behave the way they do as individuals and in groups. And in practice, human resource management is often about trying to change the behavior of workers and managers to reach some goal, to create a more efficient workplace, a more productive workplace, these days a safer workplace, a more fair or equitable workplace, a more diverse workplace, and so on. But it is also the job of human resource professionals to make sure that organizations follow the many laws that apply to workplaces. Not just employment laws, but also health and safety, workers' compensation, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, human rights law, and the laws that pertain to finance and accounting. HR professionals also need to work with large amounts of data to figure out workplace trends and whether their policies are working or not working. There are a lot of exciting challenges in this field because people and organizations don't always agree on the best way to achieve a goal. You might know this from your work experiences already. There isn't usually one right answer, and part of the HR function is about dealing with the conflicts that arise among workers and between workers and managers. With COVID-19, HR professionals around the world have been working hard to institute safe return to work policies and to figure out how to support employees as they work from home and face challenges with their equipment, their work-life balance, their morale, and their productivity. Organizations of all types and all sizes need people who are skilled in human resource management. The courses in our program are certified by the Human Resources Professional Association and count towards the acquisition of their professional designations, the CHIRP and the CHURL. Many of our graduates pursue these designations and go on to work in HR roles in private and public companies. Being a recruiter or an analyst can be an entry into the HR field. Many students also go on to law school or graduate school in HRM or industrial organizational psychology. There are lots of exciting opportunities with an HR degree, and we look forward to welcoming you into our program here at Dan Management. Stay safe.
Thank you very much, Johanna. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the new module, Management and Legal Studies. So we're very excited about this. This has only been in existence now for a couple of years. And the goal in this module is to look at the intersection of business and law. So the idea is to prepare students for different business careers with a real in-depth understanding of how legal issues will impact their overall business decisions. So I'd like to introduce Martin that will discuss this in a little bit more detail.
Hi, I'm Professor Petrin. I'm one of the faculty members here at Dan Management. My background is in corporate and business law, and before joining academia, I worked as a corporate lawyer at the world's largest international law firm. At Dan Management, I'm part of the team that teaches on the Management and Legal Studies module. We recently introduced this module, and it's a really exciting and timely addition to our offerings. Among others, it includes courses such as business law, corporate governance, and legal aspects of mergers and acquisitions. Knowledge of legal aspects of business is increasingly becoming essential for anybody working in a management or business capacity. We believe that it will be highly beneficial for our students to be equipped with a solid understanding of these issues. Being aware of legal frameworks helps our graduates and future business leaders when it comes to issues such as risk management or the prevention of corporate failures and even avoiding liability, both corporate liability and personal liability. For example, here's some of the issues we talked about. Should executives like Elon Musk be paid the substantial salaries that they are currently receiving? How does one company buy another, like the current proposal to take over the video sharing app TikTok? Can artificial intelligence maybe take over corporate management in the future? And how can companies balance the interests of their shareholders and interests of society at large? For our students, the Management and Legal Studies module is both an excellent basis for careers in business, but also for applying to and attending law school. It's a great time for joining Western, and our department is one of the best places to get an excellent management education. On behalf of the Management and Legal Studies team, I hope you'll join us, and I know I'll be very happy to welcome you in one of my classes, hopefully soon.
Thanks very much, Martin. Our last stream, and by no means least, is truly unique one. Was the first university program in Canada that combined a business degree with flight, whether the business of managing flight or the business of or just flying, quite frankly. So let's hear from one of our aviation experts, Chris.
Hi there, my name is Chris Whitty, and I'm a proud graduate of Western University. I'm currently a pilot with WestJet Airlines and have been given the tremendous opportunity and privilege to come home and lecture in the Commercial Aviation Management program, which is why I'm here talking to you today. Normally I provide a 30-minute overview of our program in person at Fall Preview Day, but due to the current environment, that was not possible this year. So I've been asked to give you a quick synopsis of what the Commercial Aviation Management program, or CAM, has to offer in about 2 minutes. The first and most important prerequisite for this program is a passion for aviation. There's something about aircraft, airports, and travel that seems to latch on to many of us at an early age, and when that sticks, it's hard to find any other place you want to be. This is extremely important because as you see with times like these, you're going to have to love what you're doing to stick with it and pursue your dream job. For instance, I started this program just a year after September 11, 2001, when the aviation industry looked just as dark. Many wonder why I wanted to get in this field, but I always knew there was no other place for me, and I'm glad I stuck with it. Aviation will bounce back just like it has before, and you, myself, and many others can't wait to get traveling again for business or pleasure. Now, as for program specifics, the Aviation Management program is definitely geared more towards the business and operations side of aviation, with specific courses for the program such as airline operations and management, airports management, airline economics, aviation safety, human factors, and meteorology, just to name a few. Aside from our CAM-specific courses, the majority of your studies will be within the social science department and MOS stream, which gives you a great exposure to many business and management courses. Quite frankly, this is one of the things I like most about our degree, because you'll gain knowledge in many subjects that aren't aviation-specific, but complement what you learn in your aviation studies. I firmly believe we have well-rounded graduates who could find success in careers within aviation or outside if the environment so lent itself. The bottom line is this. This is not a program where you just come to become a pilot. This is obvious to those of you thinking about the non-flight option, but I am especially talking to those of you who are looking to become a pilot. If all you want to do is fly a plane and don't have an interest in anything else, I think there are a lot of other programs at other schools you might be more suited for, and that's great. We have many graduates like myself who are pilots at major airlines, but I take pride in the fact we have so many other graduates who are finding success in occupations such as government work with Transport Canada, working and managing in airline operations centers, safety management departments at airlines, air traffic control, selling aircraft for large manufacturers. Some have gotten into aviation security, some still teach and instruct. There's charter brokering, some work for airport authorities. A few have even gone on to law, and many have even started up their own successful companies, both inside and outside aviation. In the end, it all comes down to you, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you need to be a part of our program to find success. However, I definitely believe we're an excellent school that provide the foundation and inspiration to get you started in an aviation career. I know one thing for sure. If you have a passion for aviation, you're going to love our program, just like I did, which is also why I keep coming back each year. Please continue to do your research and contact us to learn more about Western and the Commercial Aviation Management Program. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, Chris. Now let's turn our attention to the choices that you have as a student within our program. So one of the really neat things about this program is you can create the degree that's best for you. So students have so many choices in the courses they take that no two students will graduate having the exact same combination of courses. The honors specialization focus would be an honors degree specializing in any of those modules that you just heard about. Now, having this focus, this honors specialization, would give you intense knowledge or intense focus on that subject area.
Now, also an honors degree, in this case, a double major, not quite as deep in a specific specialization, but in fact, equally deep on two. So the way that might work is you might have a passion for consumer behavior, which, by the way, dovetails really nicely with something like psychology. Finance and economics go together like, peanut butter and jelly. Maria, you just mentioned one to me, accounting and fraud. So taking an accounting stream and mixing that with, say, criminology. So that's the honors double major. Your dance card's pretty full, but you're getting you're going deep on two things.
And the specialization degree offers a little bit more flexibility for those students that perhaps do not want to dive too deep in one area. So you're still going to specialize in one of those modules that were discussed, but you won't have the same number of courses in that module. So you would be able to fill up your courses or your curriculum with other areas. You might decide to major in French or minor in film studies, as well as specializing in accounting. So you're still going to focus on those modules that you chose, but there's going to be a little bit more flexibility in your course choice.
Absolutely. One of the other things we offer, and we think we're a bit unique in this, is it's not a co-op, but we do have internship opportunities. And I want to make this distinction. It's not a summer job. An internship with us is 8 to 16 months. It's a serious, serious job. You get a 1.0 credit for doing this. You're doing real things. Summer jobs, oftentimes you're filing and getting coffee. I had one student, and I think, Maria, I've told you about this, young man, and he was actually working for BlackBerry some years ago. And part of his internship is he was in Hong Kong looking after supply chain management, as well as bouncing between Hong Kong and the Waterloo office. Think about how that looks on a resume when it comes time to graduate. There's you want to talk about differentiation? If we're talking a little bit of marketing here, how about that?
Right. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about study abroad opportunities. And certainly, Western International, one of the departments here on campus, are the experts in this area. But I'm a big believer in students taking advantage of these options. As John talked about in terms of the internship being able to stand out. Employers like to see students that have some type of study abroad component to their undergraduate studies. And so being a student at Western, you have lots of opportunity to participate in some type of global learning. So Western International has cultivated relationships with over 100 universities around the world. Now, one thing we were able to do here at Dan and working with Western International is create a couple of wonderful, very specific programs that are geared to the needs of our own students.
Yeah, we've got one shorter one and one longer one. So I'll just take, this is the shorter one. It's an intense 2-week thing that happens in Singapore. We have a partner there. And what happens is we have this capstone course in strategic management. It's the one that you have to take before you graduate, generally done in fourth year, sometimes between third and fourth year. And it's an intense 2 weeks in Singapore where you're with a couple of professors and we're integrating right into a school there to offer just a really, truly unique opportunity in Asia.
The second program, which I'll be honest is very near and dear to my heart, is this is the program that I developed, and I'm the faculty member that spends the winter term abroad with a group of Western students. So this program was created recognizing some of the obstacles that students have when they do a sometimes semester abroad. A lot of times the courses they take at the university of their choice, they count as electives, but they don't transfer to, the specific CB or accounting courses that they might need to graduate. So it adds time to their degrees or, of course, money. And there's many students that just don't want to travel alone. It's scary to go to another country all by yourself. So what this program does is try to alleviate those issues. So a group of third year students, along with, like I said, me, we go and we spend a winter term in the Netherlands in a town called Nijmegen. And we partnered with Radboud University, and 3 of the courses in that term are taught by me that are DAN courses. So, the courses that they would take here in Canada, they're going to be taught by me there. And then they would take 2 courses from Radboud, and they live on campus and in the dorms, and they participate in all the activities that Radboud has to offer. But they're not alone, so they get the best of both worlds.
So that, in a nutshell, is the Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies, BMOS, if you will. I think we have to sort of, finish off by mentioning, is this degree, marketable? Yeah, it's a great stepping stone to MBA programs, to law schools. Goodness knows I'm writing a lot of recommendation letters for law schools. I think, Maria, you're probably in that same boat.
Absolutely.
Other professional programs, and one of which that we happen to do, the Graduate Diploma in Accounting.
Great. And as John mentioned, that program, it's a solid foundation for the CPA program. And of course, Stacy would have discussed that at length. Johanna had mentioned the CHRP, and with Shabaz's references to finance, it's a foundation for the CFA designation as well.
So now you have seen a fair bit about DAN management and how the department fits within Western University. You have probably gathered that the core ethos of the department is making a difference to lives. Just not just because of the knowledge, skills, and understanding you gain through the classroom, but it's also because of the networks you forge with your students around you as you go out and build careers and succeed. I have spent most of my academic career in England and moved to Canada last year. The thing that struck me most about serving as chair of DAN management is obviously not just the collegiate working environment, but the fantastic students we have always recruited in DAN and how well they do in their lives once they complete their study. It's that strong sense of community, dedication, and of building success together. I hope to see you all in September.